Hello and welcome back to guest tutorials by Judy. I am going to show you how I make my BOM Alphas whenever I've got clothes that don't quite fit. So I'm going to show you how I would go about doing that. Currently wearing a BOM outfit, so we're gonna start. I will share the link to where I got the UVs from, because I use the UVs by Robin Wood, which is these two. And to make it easier on myself to know where I need to be cutting, I've made it into a tattoo layer. I do not have one for the head, so it is only for the body. When I wear it, it will show me where I need to cut to make it fit the outfit. It is underneath my trousers at the moment, because they are trousers like those. But they are underneath there as well, so if I needed to go down to the legs, I would take my trousers off. I'm not going to. It works the same for the upper as the lower. And we don't want to get removed from YouTube. What I want is to say remove this part, because when you take the elbow out of the reborn on the HUD, the lower arm has a bit too much to take off. So if I didn't want all of that, but I still needed that top bit gone, I would go into Photoshop and I would make sure that I remove the stuff that needs to be removed. Alright, so in Photoshop, which is where I am at, we are going to be fairly simple. You can use obviously any program. You could probably even do this in Paint if you don't. GIMP is free, so you could use that. We want to create a new layer. I like to put the layer underneath, because then I see when I paint, I set it to the brush. I'm going to make the brush really big for the top bits, because we are only hiding the elbows. We are going to go, and I think if we do from the top of the yellow here, we show our hands a little bit. I'm going to make it smaller, because now we got to be a little bit intricate. We're going to cover all the yellow. Now we're going to like to make it nice and neat. We are going to take away this at the line. Now we can see this line, so it's easy to match it up. If you're doing it randomly in here, you're gonna have to work a little bit more on you have to work a little bit more on which areas you're hiding. As you can see, there are a lot of little lines in here, so you'd have to match them up with that if you're doing it this way. Right, now I have this bit hidden. I'm going to hide this one, and then I like to export as PNG. We're gonna name it Tutorial Alpha. I already did this, and yeah. I can see now, though, that this is going to be a problem right here, because I missed a bit. So boop, covered that in. If you miss a bit, it will show up as a hole in your body. So don't do that. Don't do that. Right. And then now we are going to go back over to SecondLife. Okay, now we're back in SL. I'm going to, this is where we're removing the elbows, inside and outside of the elbows. So we're going to upload our image. I named mine Tutorial Alpha, so here it is. Uploading that. I'm moving it into objects only because this is where I'm working at the moment. So then you need to make yourself a new clothes and then alpha mask. You name it whatever you want. I tend to name it after the item that I am doing. So if I'm doing, say, a shirt from a specific brand, I will name it the brand or the name of the shirt and then alpha. So I remember. Now I put this on. It will do nothing because obviously there's no alpha layer on there at the moment. We hit edit. And here is our options. Lower is for your waist down from this line down. Upper is from the line up. Head is obviously the head. Eye is if you don't want your eyes to, if you're making an eye alpha because you need a pliers, you would use an eye alpha or a hair alpha, which would remove your scalp, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I would use the head for a scalp alpha. Now, seeing as we are removing the elbows, that means we are using the upper alpha. So I'm going to take my alpha and move it in there. And then if I save that, it takes a second. And then that's it. If you feel like you haven't taken enough, you can take more. Now, the Robin Wood Alpha that I am using is not 100% correct with SecondLife, which is why I made it on my on a tattoo layer so that I can visibly see where I need to cut, or not cut, where I need to remove layers to be able to hide the alpha. The textures will work in any program. If you do not have Photoshop like I do, and you don't feel like paying for it, then by all means try something free like GIMP or I suppose even Paint could work. Just any solution is a good solution. And this is how I do it. This is how I figure out what parts I don't want. And the other thing that's good with these things is if you were not wanting to upload every single time because you're not sure if this is enough, then you would go to the local tab, add. You would add your alpha there, and then you can hit OK, but you do not save. If you save, it will go gray and it will not it will not stop being gray. It will. I'm saying this and it's not doing it, but I'm guessing it's because I already have the thing. But if I was to decide to do something else with my alpha while I haven't uploaded it, then me editing it in Photoshop will show up. So I can clip, you can keep clipping off and see what it is that you don't want to show. And if it's showing too much, or if it's showing holes through your clothes and whatnot, you can add or remove as you wish. To add, you just paint, and to remove, you erase. And that is it. And then now I bet you anything I'll be gray. Yeah, because I haven't uploaded the texture, I will stay gray. But if I hit edit again, it will show me what it is. And then obviously, if I then decide that this is how I want it to look, then I would upload the new alpha. You just have to remember, every time you've made a change in your editing software for the pictures, you need to look in SL after saving, because it will update while you're in there, while it's using the local texture. Once you've uploaded it, it will show. So that is it. Right. Let's let me know if there's anything else that you want me to cover. I might not be the best at doing tutorials or speaking for that matter, but do feel free to ask. I am happy to try and cover whatever I can. Right, and with that, bye.